Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to the video. So when you picture Minecraft PlayStation 4 or Minecraft Xbox One, you're thinking about Title Update 56 or Title Update 58, and you're probably excited about these brand new updates, all the new things that are coming soon. This is a big part of the game for a lot of us here, especially on YouTube and just in the Minecraft community, I guess. We really like updates, we really like seeing brand new features, and that's what we think about a lot of the game being. However, for a lot of people, and I didn't believe this group existed, but there's a giant number of people that bought Minecraft PlayStation 4 on a disc or bought Minecraft Xbox One on a disc. They put it into their console all these years ago, and they've never connected that console to the internet ever since. And although this seems unbelievable, it's a real group of people out there that just want their, want to just play split screen with each other, or just want to play the game and don't have internet for whatever reason. And this means that there is millions of people out there that have never updated from this version of Minecraft. So today I'm going to be showing you the version of Minecraft that thousands of people, if not millions, still play to this day. So hopefully you'll enjoy seeing Title Update 17 for Minecraft PlayStation 4. You can like this video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets know you do like seeing this old version, and that you do like the nostalgia we're going to get, because this is 3 years worth of Minecraft updates being removed. Again, this is from October 2014, this version, and yeah, it's kind of shocking and as to how exactly you go back to it. In case you're curious as to how you can do that yourself, all you have to do is delete all your updates from a disc version of Minecraft PlayStation 4 or Minecraft Xbox One. And if you're curious as to the big things that are missing, because you'll see a lot of like subtle changes, like oh, the background looks different, the logo looks different, even the start game, join game thing is different. But the bigger things than even that are the stuff like a lot of gameplay features are even missing in this version. So let's go in and let's show you. By the way, this is all the options you have when you load up a world. You've just got like, oh yeah, like 8 checkboxes, and then creative survival, difficulty. You've only got 6 texture packs to choose from. A lot of the ones that we know and love to this day, they're kind of missing from the game. There's just the basic ones here, so maybe a simpler time, maybe a better time to some people. And yeah, let's load into the game right now, and let's show you the tutorial world, because one of the big things that defines a Minecraft console update is the tutorial world, and the TU17 one is one I honestly don't have much recollection of, because I didn't play with it very much, but it's one a lot of people remember very fondly, because this is their first ever tutorial world, and in fact this even made its way into the TU31 tutorial world as like a little bit of a reference. So here you can see this is the TU, the TU17 tutorial world. It's pretty cool. It's like a big castle thing where you go around, you learn about all the bits, but in our case we don't care too much about that. Instead, we're just going to look at the giant Minecraft logo, because everyone loves that, and a few of the things around here. So yeah, the other thing you'll notice about this, besides like, oh yeah, the tutorial world's way back, and like, oh, I need to let's change some settings so they match where we are now, because whenever you go back to an old version, like you do here, you risk how some things like change and go a little bit weird, like, oh yeah, my HUD size went to 2 for some reason. But let's turn that right back down, and let's show you, some of the things that might shock you, like the creative menu. So all the blocks we know and love today, well, there's only 2 pages of building blocks, 2 pages of decorations, half a page of redstone, not even a full page of materials, and you can just see like so many of the things, really even just like the sheer scale of items. Like, look how many spawn eggs there are. There's only, what is that, like 20 different mobs, 21 different mobs, as opposed to something like 50 right now. It's quite shocking how, again, just 3 years of updates have brought in so many different features between them. And when it comes to console, I feel like these last 3 years have been pretty stark, and you can kind of see it just with when looking at this version. So besides just seeing like, oh yeah, so there's been lots of updates and lots of new things with like blocks and the items and stuff like that, you can also see, if we look around this world, that the Biome update, which was TU31, if I'm not mistaken, the 1.7 brand new world update. Basically, the update that changed the world, I believe it was its official name on PC, this update hadn't hit yet, so if you look around the world, even though this seems like a pretty advanced version of Minecraft, like, it's not like TU1 or anything, we have creative, we have the, everything's just about here and just about in place. One of the big shocking things to me about going this far back is the fact that all the old biomes and all the new biomes, all the old biomes are there in much more, like prominent fashion, I guess, and also all of the new biomes are like just missing. So, stuff like Junglewood, Junglewood I believe is in here, but stuff like the acacia wood and the dark oak wood, not in here. Stuff like, the mesa biome just didn't exist yet. That was just a twinkle in the eye at the time, and it's crazy looking at how some of these old biomes used to look, because extreme hills have changed so much over time, you just don't get them like this anymore. Stuff like, even like the snow plains biome, like they've changed so much over time, and it's pretty wacky to see. So as of this update coming out, you might be curious, like, what was new at the time? What were people excited about? Because although we know like what was coming after it, like, oh yeah, guess what? There's no horses. Guess what? There's no, Certain types of golden apple things have changed. There's a lot of weird stuff like that. But one of the big astounding things to me is what had come out just before this. So Title Update 17 was an update which was several bug fixes away from TE14, and TE14 was the last big feature update before this disc version came out. And what it brought with it was quite surprising, because it's stuff like the Emerald ore. That's right, Emerald had only just come to the game at this stage. Like, it's a pretty fundamental part of like trading and stuff. It only just come to the game. Trading with villagers in general only just started to happen before this last update. The one but just came out before this. Villagers were literally just things you could stare at. They existed in the game. You could see them, but you could just stare at them. This update only just added the emeralds, which is, it goes to show, like, some of the stuff that already exists is like so changed, and some of the stuff that only just has started existing is stuff we've assumed has always been there to some extent, but it hasn't. It's changed quite some bit over time. Also, if you look at the the desert temples, as you can see, it's made from wool instead of stained clay, which I believe it's made from these days, so pretty cool little change if you ask me right there. And yeah, if you look around in general, just everything has changed at least a little bit. And as it turns out, there's a giant hole in the world here, which is probably something sort of like removing an update from the game. But I think I just found a giant, weird glitch, or maybe the world is, I don't know what's happened here, but I guess, Minecraft PlayStation 4 had a big bug, as it turns out, and it allows you to go below the world, except the blocks are there, it's just they haven't loaded in. Like, you can see, because I can't fall through them, even if I try to break through them, which is actually kind of wacky. So let's go below here, maybe? No, very, very strange stuff. But yeah, if we ignore the weird glitch, and there's more of them. This is a common thing in this update, it seems. If we ignore the weird glitch, then you can see how the coolest biome in this update, in case you are curious, is the mushroom biome found over here. So yeah, this is the version of Minecraft people are still playing to this day. People still think the mushroom biome is the rarest biome in the game, and I guess even today it kind of is. But there's a lot of stuff that like today we think of as just common that they didn't have back then, and these people that are still playing Minecraft right now in split screen or whatever, because when I spoke to 4J Studios, they're like, oh yeah, a bunch of people never connects to the internet, they don't bother with that. But yeah, it's kind of shocking that these people are still playing with this tutorial world, still playing with this set of stuff. But let's go into a normal world so you can really kind of see what a Minecraft world looks like for these people if they generate it from scratch. So if we press, we go through this again, update later. If you want to do this, just remove your updates. Or I deleted the whole game and then just didn't install the update again, because it's harder to do it on a PlayStation 4. Basically, let's show you a world from scratch if we start it right there. So bear in mind, again, our options for creating a world are so much less than we have today. We don't have the option of like, let's pick a biome size, let's pick a this and that. On the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, they are quite fortunate because they have world size still, but besides that, there's not much else. So here you can see, survival or creative. We'll go creative for easiness. We got 5 texture packs to pick from, or 6 texture packs plus the default one. We've then got, obviously, the seed option, the world size option, and that's just about it as far as things that actually change things. I mean, generate structures is there, but like no one ever turns that off. It's just like, we could turn on host privileges. There's no daylight cycle yet, or no rain cycle. There's a lot of like surprising stuff like that where you're like, I guess things are different. But let me show you a world for PlayStation 4 people, how it's going to look for them if they, because again, lots of people are still playing like this. Let me show you what it looks like when these people are playing Minecraft in a brand new world, because it's so different in every conceivable way than the seeds we're used to today. Not only because obviously the biomes are missing, which I said before, but also because the spacing on the biomes have changed. They've made it better and better over time, and also because a lot of the stuff, if I was going to do the Seed Sunday thing, there's no beacons, by the way, because there's no wither, because, again, lots of new mobs have been added since then. But yeah, you can see how, like, the seeds are just so distinctly different. They feel old-timey to us, but, there's, like, almost a part of me that says, like, this must be cool in some way. Like, look, it's all different and old and stuff. So, yeah, let me show you around this random seed. As you can see, we've got a village near the spawn, and we've got a desert, which is, like, inordinately sized, because back then, our map is just already kind of formed out. Back in this update, because there were less biomes, they could afford to be bigger per biome. So you can see how like this one desert biome is pretty hugely sized actually. Another feature, which I'm pretty sure doesn't exist to this day, like it's an old Minecraft feature, is the desert wells. These would just generate in the middle of nowhere and then nothing would be attached to them. Again, it's a structure which was console exclusive because it was a glitch. Now they've patched it out and it's kind of funny. But look at the size of this desert. Just look how big it goes. It's covering something like a third of the world, just this one biome. And there's another village in here too, it seems. And that's kind of a crazy thing you see right here. Then also, our game is getting dangerously close to crashing, it seems, sometimes. Then also, if you look over here, you can see the swamp. Swamps back in the day, you know, even though existing biomes we did have, they were so different. They didn't have the kind of, like, I guess it was pocket edition style swamps, where the water, you know, gets, like, murky, and, like, they just have, like, one deep trenches and stuff. These swamps were very, very distinctly different, and there was no swamp huts found in them, because, again, so many of these structures that you just are used to today and expect didn't exist back then, including all the mobs that come with them, of course, because there's no witches back in this update. They came with the pretty spooky update. Actually, wait, is there a witch? There might just be one, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, there's not. Look at the selection of mobs is like so depressing when you compare it to today's examples. This whole page is basically all mobs, and back here there was just 20 mobs, and that's just the classic OG selection that people were used to, I guess. And yeah, look at the size of this, this desert biome. But then look at the size of any biome. They're all pretty big and pretty, way bigger than you would expect by today's standards. And it's kind of shocking that this is one of the things that is either an upgrade or a downgrade. But until we had biome sizes in this last update, this was just a thing that would just change for us. Like, we're used to small biomes, and that's just how things have always been for us. But for a lot of PlayStation 4 players, these are... Oh, my game definitely crashed that time. Oh, no, there we go. We're back. But yeah, so apparently it's more prone to crashes and stuff like that. It's more prone to all this sort of stuff, and just really, there's a part of me that's very nostalgic about how these people did this. It sounds like this is a historic race or something, but there are still people to this day that are living Minecraft like this, and it's shocking to me that like you can enjoy Minecraft in any form. So in case you do think to yourself like, I need these Minecraft updates to enjoy the game, I need everything to always be changing, just remember that this version of the game would still be fun to play to this day. A part of me wants to do like a live stream in like TU19 sometime, so maybe I'll do that, or TU17, sorry. But like, just going through this just gets me a little nostalgic and reminds me that there are some things that you generally did used to be better. Not many of them, but there are some things which are different, some things which are cool, some things which remind you that even though Minecraft was missing some things back here, it did still have a lot of the things that you know and love to this day. And one of those things is the ability to fight the Ender Dragon, by the way, so maybe that's a fun little idea for us sometime. But yeah, basically, here's Minecraft as it used to be. It's pretty wacky stuff. What I'm going to do now, actually, though, is I'm going to like only load up half this world and then exit and save. Come back here in a future update maybe, and like see if it breaks the world a little bit. So for now, let me just show you one more thing before we end today's video, because in case you did somehow, you do somehow go back to this version because you want to go check it out yourself, because I recommend it. There's something nice about the simplicity of this. What I do recommend before you do that is don't load up your existing worlds, because what happens is, in long story short, this. So let's go through this giant process of loading up this menu again. This menu is horribly inefficient, it seems. Like, it's just loading up thumbnails for worlds, but does it very slowly. So we stare at those snakes going around their squares and we enjoy them. But then as soon as it loads up, don't load up your existing worlds, because what will happen is it's not good, basically. So let's load up speedrun for it, let's say. Load it up in survival. Let's go in there and let's show you what happens. The game's like, oh, I have no idea how to load up this world. It tries for a little bit, and then that happens. So make sure you don't do that, because it has loads of blocks that this game doesn't know how to deal with. It's kind of crazy actually thinking that like Minecraft back then is just like, how do we deal with these new things? And it kind of breaks as a result of that. And I think that'd be kind of funny just to show you that, yeah, old Minecraft cannot handle your existing Minecraft saves, so don't try to force it because it won't be happy. So thank you very much for watching today's video. Like it if you liked it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see these daily on your homepage. Thank you very much for watching, and